Hi June. How are you? Having a good day so far?
So far so good, yeah. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. I have to say, I love your new car. Nothing less from a Mercedes-Benz, I suppose. I am a bit of a gearhead to be honest, so I've always wanted to try driving it. This is like a dream come true. The handling is so smooth, and it just glides along the road like a bird. I feel like the wind.
Huh? What are you talking about? What on earth are you up to right now? You're in a Benz? Why?
Oh, don't be silly. No use playing dumb, June. I'm talking about your Benz. Don't tell me you forgot about your own Benz.
My Benz?
Yep, I'm driving it right now. What do you think about that?
Huh? Wait a minute. Are you telling me you've stolen our car? Seriously?
Oh, don't put it like that. Are you calling me a thief? So rude. You shouldn't say things like that about people.
Well, what else am I supposed to think?
Listen, I just confirmed what I'm doing with you, right? So it's not stealing because I have the owner's knowledge.
I don't follow your line of reasoning. Aren't you supposed to get a person's consent before taking something of theirs? Anyway, where did you even get the car from?
From your place. Every time I pass your house on the way to the store, I see that Benz out the front. Aren't you being a bit of a show-off, putting your car on display for the whole town like that? Really not cool of you, to be honest. Anyway, our husbands make almost the exact same salary, don't they? How on earth did you afford a Mercedes-Benz? Are you guys pretending to be rich now?
You shouldn't make assumptions about other people's income, Brianna. I don't appreciate that.
Anyways, since I wanted to borrow your car, I've been waiting for a chance and I saw the perfect opportunity today.
Huh? So you've been planning this in advance? That's super illegal. Not to mention, not very well thought out of you. Really think you can steal a car without asking for permission and not face any consequences?
Like I said, it's not stealing. I informed you of what I was doing, didn't I? Would a thief do that? Geez, don't treat me like a common criminal. And anyway, I'm just borrowing it, it's not stealing. The car will be back out the front of your house before you know it.
Whether you intend to return it later or not doesn't matter. The fact of the matter is you took someone else's possession without asking permission. That's stealing. You could get in serious trouble for this.
Oh June, don't be such a drama queen. Don't worry about it. I'm just giving it a spin. Like I said, I've always wanted to try driving a Benz. I mean, how many opportunities in my life am I going to get to drive a Mercedes-Benz? Anyway, what's the problem? I'm just taking it around the block for a moment. Nothing will happen.
I'm surprised you can say this stuff with a straight face. Even young children at least know not to take other people's stuff, you know? And you're a grown woman, so what's going on, exactly? Do you know what a crime is, Brianna?
Oh, don't make such a fuss. This isn't anything like that. Don't worry, I'll return it without a scratch when I'm done.
That's not really the point.
And like I said, I checked in with you, didn't I? So you can't say it's stealing. I may be many things, but I'm not a thief. At least you know where your car is now. Make an excuse to your husband if he asks about it, will you? We're friends, so I know you'll cover for me, right?
You can't ask for permission after you've already taken something, trust me, that wouldn't hold up in a court of law. Anyway, my husband is working right now, so he has no idea what's going on right now. Anyway, how did you even steal it in the first place?
I happened to be passing by when I saw your husband park the car and then start carrying groceries into your house. He left the door wide open, so I took the opportunity and jumped in and drove off.
My husband. I see.
I bet he's in for a surprise when he notices his car is not there anymore. Ha ha ha. But that's just what happens when you leave your luxury car with its doors wide open, isn't it? Maybe he'll learn his lesson now, huh?
We'll see about that. But I understand your interest in the car. I mean, it is the Mercedes-Benz after all. Anyone would be tempted to drive it if they have a chance. I hope from now on you'll refrain from abnormal behavior, but somehow I kind of doubt it.
Yeah, I bet it does.
Anyway, how do you like the car? Is it fun to drive?
You're weirdly calm about this, aren't you?
You think so?
Yeah, I mean your car has just been stolen, right? I'm pretty sure most people in your situation would freak out. How can you stay so level-headed?
Well, it's not my car, is it?
Oh, right, because it's your husband's car.
Something like that.
Isn't your husband worried about where his car is?
Who knows?
Well, you're very open-minded about all this. You'll make up a good excuse for me, right?
You're being very optimistic about this situation, LOL.
Of course I am. You have to have a positive attitude in this world. And I've always been kind of a glass half full type of person.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Anyway, how's the Benz? Are you enjoying yourself?
Yeah, of course I am. It's so luxurious. By the way, I guess the fact that you're asking me what it's like to drive means that you've never ridden it yourself.
I haven't, no.
I see. Well, I guess it was just too much for you and your husband to handle, lol. If you guys aren't getting any use out of it, I may as well just take it home with me, huh? I would like a new car. Yeah, let's do that. From this moment on, the Mercedes-Benz is my car.
Getting a little carried away there, don't you think? That car belongs to someone else, don't forget that. You might have forgotten in the heat of the moment, but it's still illegal to take others' stuff without permission. Are you all right in the head, Brianna?
Don't be silly. I know it's not okay to steal. I'm not a child. But I did let you know what I was doing, right? Even if what you take technically belongs to someone else, it's not stealing if you get their permission. So it's fine. I'll just take it home with me, if you're not going to stop me, and no one can tell me I didn't get permission.
Is that right? So does that mean I can have your car, then? As long as I tell you once I've taken it out?
Of course not. That's my car. My possessions are my possessions. They belong to me.
Seems pretty inconsistent, don't you think?
This is my philosophy, so you just might not be able to understand it.
I don't think I'm the only one who isn't able to understand it. But whatever, shouldn't you return the car to its rightful owner ASAP, before any of this becomes a problem?
What do you mean? This is my car now. No one can stop me. I'm free as a bird.
Seriously, are you all right in the head? You don't seem okay. Well, anyway, do whatever you want, I guess. It's not my car, so I don't mind.
Half an hour later. So, I got into a bit of an accident.
Oh, crap. Is the car okay?
Who cares about the car? Shouldn't you be worried about me?
I don't really care, to be honest. You seem fine, since you're typing this message. You didn't hurt anyone, did you?
How can you be so rude? Aren't you worried about me?
Not particularly, no, but you didn't drag anyone else into this mess, did you? And is the car okay?
What do you mean by that? Not particularly. You should be concerned about me. I just got into a car accident, you know. The car is a wreck, though. This is all your fault.
Wow, you wrecked the car? That's rough. You're done for, Brianna.
Why do you care so much about the stupid car? Talk about heartless. What about what I've been through? I don't have any external injuries, but my neck hurts. And when the crash happened, I dropped my phone and broke it. I mean, I can still send messages and everything, but the screen is all cracked.
Wait a minute, don't tell me all those messages were sent while you were driving the car.
Of course. You think I was going to pull the car over just to send a few simple messages?
Jesus Christ, Brianna. Texting while driving a stolen car. Do you realize how dangerous that is? Not to mention, illegal.
It's not a stolen car. This is my car now, we've agreed on it. So I didn't do anything illegal, got it?
You really are addicted to your phone, huh? That's probably the reason your neck hurts.
Of course it's not, don't joke around. My neck hurts from the crash, obviously. Anyway, you'll have to pay my medical bills.
Huh? Why on earth would I do that? I have literally no responsibility in this.
What? So, someone gets hurt and you just run away without taking responsibility?
Well, I wasn't the one who crashed the car now, was I? You stole the car and you crashed it because you were looking at your phone instead of the road. I'm just glad you didn't hurt anyone.
Unbelievable. So you're not taking ownership for any of this? Don't think you can talk your way out of this one, June.
He wanted to try and pin all this on me when I've just been sitting at home this entire time. No, that's funny.
It's not funny. I'm completely serious about this. You need to pay me at least $10,000 for this. I got into an accident while driving your car. Transfer me the money right now. Take responsibility for the consequences of your actions.
First of all, that's not even my car. It belongs to my neighbor.
Huh, what?
It's not my car, or my husband's. So as you can imagine, it's been really interesting for me reading your messages.
What do you mean it's not your car? How is that possible?
You must have got our car confused with our neighbor's car. The garage is all right next to each other.
Huh, that can't be right. It's your neighbor's Benz. You've got to be kidding me.
Nope. He's a rich celebrity and he owns a Mercedes-Benz.
You're lying, right? You're just trying to scare me, you nasty woman. I don't believe a word of this garbage. Oh, so you just happen to live next to a famous celebrity and your garages are really close. I don't buy it. It must be your car. It has to be.
Why would you think that? I haven't said it was my car even once, have I? You just assumed it was and took off with it. And anyway, like you said, our husbands make almost the same salary, so I'm sure you understand how impossible it would be for us to afford a car like that. We'd have to sell our house.
Oh, well, I guess that's true. You must be right.
You accepted that pretty quickly. I'm surprised, honestly.
Well, anyway, if it wasn't your car, then why didn't you say something sooner?
Don't try and bend this on me, no point lashing out.
But we've been talking this entire time. You could have just told me honestly at any point that it wasn't your car.
I did tell you that it wasn't my car. You can scroll back up and check if you want to. But anyway, you said it yourself, didn't you? It's not stealing if you have the owner's knowledge. Maybe you should write down the things you say so that you don't forget them.
Well, I might have said something along those lines, but that doesn't matter right now.
What do you mean? If you really believe what you said, then why don't you just head on over to my neighbor's house and tell him that you took his car? There's a 1 in a million chance your philosophy might get through to him, if you're lucky.
Don't be ridiculous. I couldn't possibly do something like that.
And why not? Why is it okay for you to steal my things but not anyone else's?
Because we're friends, right? I've always treated you well, haven't I? I've always been there for you.
I have no memory of that. And even if it were true, it would have nothing to do with any of this. A crime is still a crime.
But June, the car is a total wreck. And I'm never going to be able to pay for the repairs. I mean, this is a Benz we're talking about here. What am I supposed to do? Please, I'm losing my mind here. The police are probably going to show up any minute now. What do I tell them? Will you come and talk to them for me? How about you tell them you were the one driving?
You must have a concussion if you think I'm going to help you out on this one.
Don't be so cruel. You have to help me out here. You're a good person, right? I know you are. You won't leave me in this situation. And how can you call us friends when you won't help me out in my hour of need?
Because I'm not involved in any of this mess. You got yourself into it. You're the one who stole the car. You'll have to sort it out yourself somehow. Or like you said, take responsibility for the consequences of your actions.
Stop reciting my own words back to me and come and help. Listen, this isn't my fault, okay? How was I supposed to know I was going to end up crashing the car, huh?
By the way, the guy who lives next door is seriously a world-famous celebrity. Appears on TV all the time and everything. So I'm sure he'll have no trouble being able to replace the Benz in a heartbeat.
Oh, really? Well, he might not even be that mad then. That's lucky. Hey, maybe if I go to his house now and let him know what happened, he won't even be mad.
Sure. I don't think he'd be mad. If he crashed the car himself, that is.
Huh, what do you mean by that?
I mean, if he'd taken his own car out for a spin and gotten into an accident, he would have been able to replace the car easily, no sweat off his brow. That's the kind of money we're talking about here. But having his car stolen? Well, that's another story.
Then why did you even bother telling me? How is that information supposed to help me? I'm still in deep trouble, right?
Yeah, of course you are. I mean, you just committed a serious crime. You might even get sued. And I have no doubt this guy can hire the best lawyers money can buy. I'd definitely be panicking right now if I were you. Regardless of his economic situation, theft is still theft. And there aren't any extenuating circumstances that could get you out of this either.
Wait a minute, I have an idea. June, would you say that you get along pretty well with your rich neighbor? Why don't you go talk to him for me? Make something up to get me out of this, be a friend.
I don't think that's going to happen. I'm not super close with him or anything. And besides, I wouldn't really call us friends just because our kids happen to go to the same school. So I doubt I'd be able to get you out of this situation even if I wanted to.
Don't be like that. You can't just leave me out in the cold like this. Don't you feel sorry for me?
Feel sorry for you? Who was the one ordering me to pay them $10,000 a few minutes ago? And now you're turning around begging for my help? Get a grip, Rihanna. Why would I help you? Not in a million years.
You're so mean. I was just panicking back then, you know. I didn't really mean any of it. You shouldn't take these things so seriously. I just got carried away a bit because I was able to drive a Mercedes-Benz and I said some stuff that I didn't mean, okay? So what? Does that make me a criminal?
No. The fact that you stole a car is what makes you a criminal. Not to mention texting while driving that stolen car. You're just lucky you weren't killed. You can't just blame this stuff on getting carried away. You're still a thief.
Please don't say stuff like thief and criminal about me. I'm getting really stressed out here. You can't just leave me in this situation. I'm in serious trouble. Help me out here, please. I'm begging you. Stealing a car is a serious crime. If the police arrest me, my family are going to find out what I did. How am I going to face them?
I mean, did you seriously think people weren't going to find out about this in the first place? Anyway, I guess I should let you go. You better go talk to my neighbor ASAP and make that Benz yours before the police catch you, huh? And don't worry, I'm sure you'll have no trouble convincing the judge and jury about your little philosophy. Bye, now.
June, wait. Don't leave me. Are you still there, June? Please help.
After that, After that, the police quickly arrived at the scene of the accident and discovered Brianna. This soon found out about her stealing the car from my neighbor and getting into an accident because she was texting while driving. Naturally, she was arrested and found guilty for theft, as well as a host of other crimes. Unfortunately for her, her philosophy about the car belonging to her didn't go over well. Their reparables alone exceeded $100,000 and my neighbor insisted that she pay for the car to be replaced. Of course, the whole incident was out of the jurisdiction of the insurance company and they couldn't help either. Brianna was forced to borrow money in order to avoid prison time. On top of that, her husband divorced her and my neighbor was absolutely furious with her. In the end, Brianna ended up fleeing the town to avoid paying her debts. I hope from now on she'll refrain from abnormal behavior, but somehow I kind of doubt it.